if you guys like this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you guys are interested in a personal session, check out my website, readingswithbreanne.com. Let's dive into the topic for today. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to say thank you so much for, again, all your love, your support, your gratitude. If you guys like my videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I have so much love for all you guys. So I was doing a tarot reading on the UK and the upcoming local elections here, and at the end of my tarot reading I had an interesting couple cards that came out, and it really linked to a comment I got, and since then I've been getting quite a few comments to do a video for you guys when it comes to this experiment. Okay, so the UK scientists are about to attempt you guys to dim the sun. I didn't know Bill Gates moved to the UK. Wasn't this one of his agendas back in the day, you guys? They will go through any lengths. They do not care. They do not care about you. These governments, these corporations, these institutions. I am usually very soft with my words, my energies, but you guys, please tell me you guys are not buying this. We're gonna dive into the tarot and look at what's really behind this and see if it has any momentum for actually happening here. All right, lovely souls. So I think we'll pull an oracle for this one. But again, you guys, this was definitely something when you look back at, you know, Mr. Gates and his agendas when it comes to blocking out the sun or experimenting with that. And they use this narrative at fighting, let's say, climate change, and oh my goodness. All right, so let's see what we have here. But again, when we're looking at this, you guys, the deeper meaning, the deeper truth, when you look at the sun is a conscious activation here. And her codes, Mother Nature, the sun's codes are awakening the people. And guess what? They do not want that. So they have this agenda to put out there and have it, you know, attempt to keep us down. If they can block out that connections with our true essence, with our intuition here. I don't see this playing out, to be honest, or I don't see this playing out. It's almost like, again, when I go back to that whole, you know, cabals versus light alliance, these agendas and things, they were being done quietly behind the scenes, suddenly like creeping up on us after a significant amount of time. And here you have all of a sudden us in 2025 and it's agenda after agenda being pushed. And when I look at this, I still see this as these cabals have been taken down, but they have to present all of this crap that is going on behind the scenes to, you know, have a lot of these people to give their heads a shake. Okay, so oh boy, I don't know, this one kind of roused me up a little bit. Let's see what we have here, Spirit. This is kind of a personal experience, but I had some really amazing connections with the sun when I started getting into more of my spiritual journey, and I've been able to connect and have the sun blink. I have really incredible videos of this. It's a connection, a communication, and I even caught these symbols that were being projected through the sun. It was really, really amazing. The sun is there and working with certain frequencies right now to increase our let's say upgrades within our DNA, within our systems, right? It is an acceleration for the masses, okay? And these darker elites and these systems that have been put into place, again, the inorganic timelines, which are being dismantled, it's being taken down here. These are here to, you know, try to merge humanity more with AI and, again, centralized systems to keep you in fear, to keep you down. And if we have these solar activations coming in and helping us ascend, we're going to realize that we are all powerful, right? And when we don't buy into their agendas, they don't have control anymore. All right, so let's see here. I actually had a couple comments since then, and I think somebody actually just recently wrote on one of my, on a comment here about a petition going around as well. Let me take a quick peek here. Okay, so I have a lovely soul family here that wrote, there is a petition to stop the government experiment to block out the sun. So again, this is the people coming together and saying, no, we're not going to accept this anymore, right? Let's dive into the tarot while I stop babbling here. Again, I'm clearly, this one really kind of makes me shake my head. Spirit, what can you share about this UK experimental attempt to dim the sun? Gnosis. Let's get one more. All right, we have the Mountain. I'm gonna get one more Spirit. And we have the Bardo, which is interesting because look at what's on the back, the Sustainer. All right, so let's pull some tarot on this and see, Spirit, what can you tell us about the hidden agendas behind this attempt? All right. First card, Eight of Swords, you guys. The Tower. Wow. All right. So again, if we look at, see if I can get that all in there a bit better for you guys. Eight of Swords over the whole energy of this agenda, the scientists experimenting with techniques to block sunlight, which is a $50 million government funded scheme to combat global warming, you guys. $50 million on top of that. Isn't that, this is just blows my mind. All right, you guys. So Eight of Swords, there you have it right there. This is an entrapment in terms of the mental and energetic confinement. They are wanting to keep the actual organic ascension cut off. Okay, that's the whole energy here. It's not about blocking, sun blocking to protect the planet. It has nothing to do with that, you guys. Nothing. It's really about threatening the control. These control systems are being threatened, and it's like they're just trying to push out all these agendas. But I do feel like it's interesting because we have the Queen of Cups in that past. There are, and the Gnosis here, light, or let's say counter forces that are behind the scenes saying, hey, you guys, look at this agenda. Are you guys going to accept it and follow through with this BS? Or are we going to choose to stand up and, say no to it? Okay, that's what it's really about here. So we have an energy of, again, trying to have humanity within a false cage here. Trying to keep us contained, trying to keep us trapped, backed into a corner. Seven of Wands can be that fighting against the overwhelming odds as well, because it feels like they've already been dismantled. But again, I know for a lot of you guys that are watching these videos, I've said this in probably quite a few of mine now, but you guys have your eyes open. And I know a lot of you guys said, I've been waiting for 10, 15 plus years. I'm done. I feel like we've seen enough of it. Yes, I don't disagree with you, my friend, but a lot of people, they have not got to that stage, and this all has to unravel. Again, as I said before, we have to feel it, we have to witness it, we have to transmute this through an experience. Okay, so even though this looks really bad on the surface for all these agendas being pushed out, there is a deeper meaning for us to come together as a collective, okay? So again, the Seven of Wands could also be like, yeah, we're trying to fight and stand up and save the planet. That's not what's happening, you guys. It's not what's happening. These elites and cabals have lost, or they're losing, and they are scrambling to defend the systems. And they're willing to take any kind of tactics. They're willing to do anything, you guys. It's like their souls, they have no compassion, none. All right. And then we have the Two of Cups energy, which is again the hidden agreements behind the scenes when it comes to this dimming the sun experiment. So it does look like things like, look at, we have the Sustainer, and they're trying to these are probably my favorite cards, you guys. If you guys are new or like experimenting with tarot or oracles, and you guys are curious about like cards, I mean, I guess everybody would connect with cards differently, but I have to say, out of all the oracle cards, these ones line up so perfectly every time. It just blows my mind. So when I see this, like, we have the Gnosis, this is the sense of knowledge, awareness to the collective. We have the sun as a sustainer here, and look at this, we have the Death card, and we have the Mountain right in the center here. So they're trying to again cause, for the most part, this is almost even linking up to the whole depopulation energy. That's what I get as well, which is interesting. That's the Death card, right? The Sustainer. They're trying to block out our true essence with the divine. And sun dimming is part of this larger web of agreements when it comes to this integration of, controlling human consciousness through environmental manipulation. So I'm going to confirm with you guys, but again, when we see the outcome, we have the Tower, and what's aspecting it is the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Wands, or Ten of Swords, is endings. I don't see them getting away with this. I don't even think it's going to take off, but if it does, it's going to come crumbling down very, very fast. So I love that there was a comment that somebody made about a petition, and that's been going out there. So again, you guys, come together, please. So this is when we look at the Tower crumbling again, this is the shattering. This is all about a dramatic collapse as well. And there's a flood of new light here. So this is really positive when we see it. I mean, not often do we see the Tower as the outcome and we go, yay, but in this case, it's actually really, really positive, because this is the crumbling of that system and the people not buying into it here. So really what they're trying to do, these darker agendas, they're just trying to stall the ascension of humanity. That's really what it is. They're trying to trap and stall the souls of the collective. And that is what happens when you block out your connection to the sun. So this is quite interesting, but let's see here. I'm not surprised at all with the cards that came out. Let's ask the tarot then. Even though I feel like it did answer, this may be kind of more of a short and sweet tarot reading for you guys, but I do feel like the Tower was, and the Ten of Swords was a big confirmation that this is not going to, take off or take hold. Even if it does somehow take off, it'll be dismantled almost right away. But what can you share, Spirit? Are we seeing this correctly here? Are we seeing this correctly in terms of what's the energy when it comes to this experiment with blocking out the sun? Is this going to be dismantled? Can you confirm? Is this something that's going to be dismantled? There's that Eight of Swords again. 10 of Swords on the back still. Yes, we have our Temperance, you guys. We have Temperance, and I do have that Five of Cups energy as well. So again, back of the deck, I do like this because this is a reevaluation with that Four of Cups. And also, I just keep hearing like people are not going to buy it. I feel like there, maybe there's petitions and people stepping up and not allowing this timeline, this actual thing to happen. Okay, it's being stopped from what I can see. Can I get another confirmation, Spirit? when it comes to this experiment with the sun, will it be dismantled or not even be, be able to take off at all? What can you share? Yeah, look at this, the star. The star in the back of the deck is the strength. And I have, going back to, like, let's say Gates, and why his, let's say, intentions to have this take off in the past. I think that there actually has been star family, like light alliances. Again, there's that Lyran energy. It came out very strongly when I was looking into the UK. So the UK, I have to say, please use your guys' discernment as well. This is a perspective from over here, but I see the UK of having a lot of Lyran light councils or counter forces that are working within behind the scenes for the UK and the people. And I feel like these plans have been stopped in the past. Like, they were not allowed to happen. And I don't see them being allowed to happen again, but we have to still make a collective choice to not allow them to happen. Does that make sense? So overall, to recap, I don't see this taking off. I see it being very much stopped, but we still have to come together as a collective and choose to stop it, okay? But I do see in the past too, like, there has been interference with light councils that have not allowed, let's say, Gates's plan in the past to move forward. So very interesting. Let me know what you guys think, but I'm not buying it. This is just all in all an attempt to interfere with our organic DNA integration when it comes to the beautiful divine Mother Earth and the sun. So that's what I have for you. And it was kind of interesting because when I pulled before on my other tarot reading, I don't know if you guys watched it, but it was regarding the UK local elections, and I had, oh goodness, what did I have? I had the Sun, I had the Magician, there was one other card, I can't think of it now, but it was showing a manipulation with the sun. And Eight of Wands. It was the Eight of Wands, which is fast, rapid moving energy, which also could represent the rays, and the rays are helping with our consciousness, with our shift, our organic shift, okay? So again, I've talked a lot about the artificial timelines collapsing, and this is one of them. It is one of those that are collapsing. So that's what I have for you guys. I mean, let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your guys' perspectives and stories on whatever it is you guys would like to share. Let's pull a final card and see what does the momentum look like moving forward when it comes to the specific event. What can you share, Spirit? Final messages for you guys when it comes to this event. Okay, so we did have that one that wanted to come out. That's trapped in fear. Exactly, you guys. Same card as the Eight of Swords came out again in the Oracle, keeping us prisoned. Okay, but what's truly gonna happen? What's truly gonna happen, guys? Love, because Ace of Cups that just came out in the past reading. So there's another big confirmation. I love that we had both these cards in the tarot and the Oracle. Massive confirmation. So as you guys can see, based off the perspective that I'm sharing here when it comes to this, let's say, event, this is what they're trying to do, but this is what's really going to happen. Okay, so this is going to backfire in their face. That's really what's happening here. So I hope you enjoyed that. I love you guys. And if you guys again have any questions, comments, please let me know. But until next time, beautiful souls, bye for now.